Usually it's before the divorce and it ends almost on the day of the filing. That's usually where it falls. Sometimes it kind of straddles that. I've had a few of them that hit them a month later. They were kind of like, okay, it seemed like, and then a month after it's all behind, they just fell in a pile for about 90 days. And so you just walk with them and love them and treat them like you'd want to be treated. And I had one kid, he just wouldn't come back. I mean, like 6 months later, he's still coming, he's crying, and he'd been through a horrible thing. And then he called a prayer meeting, so now I got 6 people aren't working. And so finally I called him in my office. It had gone on and on for like 6 months, and usually 90 days is enough to at least kind of get your footing again. You know, not be perfect, but at least get your footing and be somewhat useful and not distracting. And so I called him in my office. I said, you know, I'm your old ugly Uncle Dave today. I'm not your boss. I'm not your leader. I know what you've been through. It's a horrible thing. You're 26 years old. I have a prediction that by the time you're 32, you're going to be remarried and you're going to have 2 beautiful kids. That's my prediction. And I will also give you a prediction that it's time for you to have a good day. You're only having bad days. And, well, you don't understand the pain. I said, you're right, I've never been through it. I don't understand the pain. But I've observed many, many other people, because I'm old, do this. And yours is going on too long. Suck it up, man up, and have at least occasionally a good day. I'm not saying you're not hurting. I'm not saying to deny the pain. I'm not saying to stuff it. But I am saying, man up. Let's move out of the pain and the grief and move into a life, because you're going to have a good life someday. I'm kind of mad at you right now. So after this afternoon, I'll be mad. But when you come back tomorrow, have a good day. He came back in the next day. I'm kind of mad at you, but I think you're right, and I think you love me, and I'm going to get better. All right, okay. And so I was in Indiana. I was in Louisville, Kentucky, where the boy was from originally, and I was doing a sound check in this big arena. And I look up, and I had met his dad. His dad was about my age. And I'd met his dad at another event, and I look up, and his dad's coming down the center aisle while I'm doing a sound check. Lord, now I got to deal with Dad. So here comes Dad. Hey, man, how you doing? He goes, thank you. And I said, why didn't you do it? He said, we knew you would. Oh, which is kind of a compliment. He knew I cared enough about his son not to let him stay engaged in self-destructive stuff, right? And so, kind of a funny deal. And truthfully, the guy came back. He lives in Huntsville, Alabama now, and he came by the other day. He's 32. He's married and he's got 2 kids. I've seen it before, you know. Number 3 is incompetence. We don't sanction incompetence, right? Now, there's a couple types of incompetence. There's reparable incompetence and irreparable incompetence. A thief is irreparable. I just fired him on the spot. That's not something I'm going to try to fix. That's something your daddy should have fixed. You're gone. You're gone. And, you know, that's the kind of stuff. And, you know, we've got a few other things that are deal breakers for us. You may not agree with this, but it's a policy at our place, and we tell everybody up front, so there's no surprises. But if you have an adulterous affair, if you decide you're going to sleep with people that you're not married to, as soon as I find out, I'll fire you instantly. Because if your spouse can't trust you, I can't. And people don't like that. That's okay. I don't know. And it's not, you know, you can't do that. Yes, I can. Adulterers are not a protected federal class. Okay. So, great organizations are fanatically intentional about communication, recognition, hiring, compensation, and delegation. If you ever come to an Entre Master Series or you got in all access, you got all of 1-hour lessons on every one of those words. Communication, recognition, hiring, compensation, delegation. That's how much we believe in. A higher calling matters. Why? This is number 5. Higher calling matters. Businesses that win have a higher calling. Why you're doing business matters more than what you're doing or how you're doing it. You got to know your why. We're not in the publishing business and the radio business. We're in the hope business. We're not in the seminar business. We're in the hope business. When you leave here today, I want you to have some information and some inspiration that gives you hope to be better in your businesses. It's what we do. It's our why. It's why we're here. It's why I'm still on the radio and I don't even need to work anymore. Because I love being a hand delivering a box of hope to people. I love what it does in their lives. It's fun for me. It's fun for my team. I just love running business. I like business, you can tell. I have fun with this stuff. Every day I love messing in this. It's a sandbox for me. God owns your business, He owns your opportunity, and He's in charge of your future. If you get your why right, you can do a lot of things. All of a sudden, you're not in the heating and air business. You know, a good friend who just passed away at 90, he was 95 years old, Stuart Cathy, in a little company called Chick-fil-A. And his son Dan's a friend of mine as well, and Bubba and Trudy. And everybody thinks Truett and the Cathy family are in the chicken business. They're not in the chicken business. I made a lot of money selling chicken. They're not even in the chicken business. They see what they're doing as a ministry. It's funny that you can go into a Chick-fil-A anywhere in America, and you will find teenagers in there wearing a belt. With their hair combed and their teeth brushed, and their nose, and they smile, and they can make change. They give you hope that there is a portion of that generation that's going to, we're going to be okay. Chick-fil-A finds those, and they spend $15 million a year on scholarships for them. Getting to work, it's an experience for a young person. They see what they're doing as a ministry. They see what they're doing is providing service in the marketplace. Chicken is just the way they do it. But that's not their why. Why is it when I walk up behind two old boys laying brick? They're both doing a good job. One of them is an artist. He's not laying brick, he's in the art business. And it's not much difference, but it's enough that even to the untrained eye, you can slightly see the care he takes, the way he lays the brick, and the net result when he's done. It's a fairly small difference, but if you look closely, you can see the difference. One's art, and one is a craft. And I asked Mr. Goodenough, the craft guy, how you doing? What are you doing here? I'm laying brick. What are you, stupid? You see, I'm laying brick. Well, you're going to laying brick. Yes, I am. My daddy was a bricklayer. My granddaddy was a bricklayer. It's a family trade for us. I take great pride in my craft. Yes, you do. And then I asked the artist, who's just slightly better, but enough better that something's going on there. And you ask him, you say, what are you doing? He said, I'm building a cathedral for my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. He didn't say anything about brick. He didn't say anything about his grandpa. Why he's doing what he's doing changes everything. If your people get the why, they will run through a wall. But if they don't get the why, they're just looking for a job, and you're going to have a stable full of donkeys collecting a check, going, how fast can I get out of here at 5:29? As soon as the clock kicks, boom, I'm out the door. Like Fred Flintstone, everybody scatters. If they get the why, they care. They have emotional ownership in the business then. And they're going to carry the ball that much further. They're going to smile at the customer. You don't have to teach customer service to people who get the why. They're going to serve the customer naturally. Because people matter to them. Because it matters to this organization. Because it's part of our value. It's stated over and over and over again. This is our why. You can win at business without losing your soul. I am sick and tired of people in America running around saying business people are evil, when almost everything that they're saying at all was built by a business person. It's awful out there, y'all. Let me just tell you, I was sitting with this crazy liberal chick. I mean, she's just the left of Karl Marx, and I'm just to the right of Genghis Khan, right? And she's a reporter up in New York. I'm sitting in this diner in Manhattan. And by the way, guys, you do not want to miss this last little part, okay? The rest of you. I'm sitting with her, and she was accusing me of all these things. She really made me borrow on me. So I thought it would be fun to kind of sit and mess with her. And it really kind of was. Because the do you like this restaurant? You said this is where you want to meet. She said, oh, it's one of my favorite restaurants. And I said, so is he evil? Is he an evil capitalist? Because, you know, capitalism is evil, right? No. So he's not doing anything wrong by running this restaurant. But what if he makes a profit? Is that okay? Yeah. What if he makes a real big profit? Is that okay? Yeah, he does good service. I said, okay. And he's not a wealthy man. He's just back there in the kitchen working. Okay, good. So what if he took this same set and he built another restaurant just like it? And all the people there had the exact same experience they had here. Would that be evil? No. What if he did it 200 times and he became wealthy doing it? And everyone that came got good value and had good service and good experience. How is it that it becomes evil with scale? Well, then he's just a rich man. You really are a confused lady. Because the only reason he became rich was because he helped people. See, nobody was mad when I sold financial peace books out of my trunk for $10 and I made $1 a piece and I sold 10 of them. But when I sold 10 million books and made $1 a piece, everybody got ticked off. And that's what's going on in this culture today. And it's wrong. It's wrong. Because it happens through service. The more people you serve, the more certificates of appreciation you get. You are not doing something wrong by succeeding in business. You need to hear that loud and clear. You have helped people. And so you need to stand up and say, capitalism works. Capitalism is the best way for the little man to get ahead. Never has the little man gotten ahead in socialism or communism. You can't find it. It's not there. And there will never be wealth equality. You know why there won't be wealth equality? Because there will never be the same level of talent and the same level of effort and the same level of work. And if a man working 40 hours